Hello everyone, my name is Matteo
My name is Paul.
and we're here to make a little video and a little conversation around an idea, a project that is becoming true now in October, next October, and it's a 7-day facilitator training for man circles, which means that we will be teaching other men how to hold space for other men in the group of a circle of men. So it's not one-to-one training, it's not tantra, it's just specific to work with men in the context of groups. Myself, I'm the facilitator, I'm the coordinator and one of the facilitators, and with me we have Paal, who is gonna help me and bring in his experience, and so we're gonna discuss a little bit about this together. And Paal, do you want to introduce yourself just a little bit?
I can do. My name is Paul. I'm coming from Norway originally. I'm the founder of the Waldman Program. So I'm also coaching men. I've been doing that for some years. Also been holding or been in our men's group for some years. Exploring different modalities from tantra to shamanism to meditation and a little bit of yoga, and yeah, been on this path for about 20 years.
Beautiful. Do you want to say a little bit about the Waldman Program? Just to, I mean, it's been your creature and it's a beautiful one. So go ahead, tell us about it.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm really passionate about the Waldman Program. It's a program to support men to come into their bodies, because I feel a lot of us men, we have been kind of giving our presence, giving our awareness in our bodies to perform or to please or to be somebody out there playing a role. So what I'm doing in the Waldman Program is to bring the man more into their own bodies with different exercises, with like the Waldman workout, physical exercises, how to conserve the sexual energy and how to cultivate a deeper presence and empower themselves and embody their feelings, emotions and body sensation and sexuality in their body, and becoming more friend with themselves and loving themselves. So I love I love when men are like taking away the masks and being seen, daring to admit how my life is. It's like to bring the conversation a little bit deeper from I did this in performance and this is how good I am, to say like my life is pretty tough.
Vulnerability, authenticity.
I fuck up with this. I have these addictions. And then
work from there.
So there is a beauty when I feel like men are coming together in honesty, in truth, and vulnerability, and also, of course, can bring their power, express themselves, and being seen in their truth. So that's what I'm doing, and helping them in relationship, in intimacy, and stuff like that.
Yeah, I just want to recap and from what you're saying, which is beautiful, the one thing that stands to me most is the word embodiment, because that's where we kind of lose our power. We don't realize how much being in the mind or being a pleaser or playing roles, even if it's the good guy role, which a lot of us do, it's getting us away from our body and losing ourselves and our strength, our power, our presence. And the work that we will be doing, even if it's in a context of a group, is to stay in the body, to stay with yourself, to stay with your own energy, to perceive it. That's what, to me, is masculine empowerment. This is a bit what the training is about. So it's very aligned with what you do.
Beautiful.
What's the role? How intimacy plays a role in that for you? Intimacy, sexuality, and emotional work.
Yeah, good question.
I mean, however it comes.
Yeah. No, I think first is like to acknowledge where I am and just admit where I am, and that maybe I'm not so embodied.
Yeah.
Maybe I am a little bit afraid of sharing how I'm really doing, how I'm really feeling, and at the same time it's such a lovely when men are coming together to open their bodies, expressing it, and as I said, it comes a quality, it comes a relaxation, and this quality, this love and love for myself. It starts with self-love,
And it finishes with self-love.
yeah. And at the same time, it's like
There's
if
so much.
if I am in love with myself, and if I'm not wanting to play any games with it, but I really want to be honest with myself, and I want to have an honest conversation with you. So it's like a little bit vulnerable. I don't know where we are going here, and I've kind of listened, and then I'm curious on you as well. I'm curious instead of going into performance, instead of needing, I have a goal, I'm kind of waiting and feeling a little bit more into what is going to happen here. And this is getting a little bit more intimate. It can be intimate with men, but also with women, to dare to be intimate. What I believe is like we men, we wanting to fix the woman, we want to approach her, and we are maybe afraid of being rejected. So instead of feeling that fear of rejection, we're trying to perform, we're trying to be good, we're trying to please, but we forget ourselves. And that's like self-love. So the practice of staying home in myself. So it's a good training field to do it with men, because it is you don't have the sexual and the strong attraction.
Yes.
So, but if I can do it with men, then I can bring that into the field with women, and being home in myself and being home in my own masculinity. And the more I can own my sexuality, own my body and body sensation,
Yes.
the easier it can also, when I'm switching on the sexuality, that I remember to stay home in myself and remember to not please, or because if I'm pleasing a lot, then often I can be angry in the next moment. So I'm switching from these polarities. But it's like I want to stay home, listen to you, be open and ready to explore what is here, more than having a goal on where we're going to go. So I think that is also with relationship and with sex and intimacy.
Well, you've shared a lot of things. Thank you very much. That was beautiful. Yeah, what it stands out for me is the fact that in order to find ourselves, in many ways, we need to go through a very delicate path, which is the path of relaxation, the path of surrender, and it's also to discover our inner feminine, our inner capacity to let go, to surrender, and not to be in reaction. Another thing that was amazing that you said is how, and I so relate to that, especially in Copenhagen in the last times, is that we don't really realize how much we are, we interact in reaction of a fear of rejection. There's always this fear, there's always this dark hole in our game, in our, so much of that, so much of that. And to be aware of it and be able to sit with it within man, help us to do the same in a more intimate context, and not fall prey of, going on one hand to the other.
And what is coming also is like, one is the fear of rejection, but the other one is when the sexuality comes in, and getting aroused with a woman, and then it's kind of, can I be present in that as well? Can I let that burn through my body? Okay, I'm aroused. can I dare to express that with a woman? You know, you are such a beautiful, I can feel it in my whole body, and daring to express it and be present in the juiciness of a woman. And yeah, so it's both sides, and also when we are getting triggered, can I be in the uncomfortableness of that too?
Yeah, how much pleasure can I hold? And the truth is that we men are not really trained to hold more and more pleasure and keep it in and don't give it away and enjoy it, and then also, you know, circulate it. This is a big theme in general in men's work and in conscious sexuality for us.
Yeah,
which is a big theme. Yeah,
yeah, I think we learn it from very
different sources.
yeah, and very early. It's like it comes already from when we are maybe 6, 7 years old. We maybe going around naked, and somebody says, your mother or your father says, like, you can't do this here.
Yeah.
So we start to block the sexuality, and then we come into puberty, and then we learning to masturbate, and we are afraid. We have to hide that from our mothers. And then we're coming into to have sex. We are insecure with women, and we don't know what to do, but we act like we know what to do. So then to relax, and what I'm working and what we're going to do also in the course is to come back to self-love, and how can we make love to ourselves? How can we touch ourselves, embody ourselves, and own our sexuality in a different and more mature way, and deconditioning these very old habits of how you're making sex. And if I'm going to be happy in myself, relaxed in myself, then it's easier to meet a woman if that is more, not the goal, but more the focus of it. So it's taking away the performance and more into the meeting again.
Yeah, and that work is also, there's a very neural pathways. It's really retrain their nervous system to slow down when it comes to intimacy. In any way, not to rush to bed, not to rush to intimacy, but be able to hold the energy and build the energy bit by bit. And it's so beautiful, as you say it. I mean, for us it's maybe obvious, but it all comes down to embodying the pleasure within ourselves. And that can come from anything. That can come from just going like this with the hair, or by touching myself, or putting something on. So yeah, relearning how to, you know, be sensual with ourselves.
Yeah.
In so many ways. Yeah, I'm so moved because this has been, it's an unlearning. It's never stopped. It's like there's so much depth in this.
Yeah.
And so much transformation. And at the same time, you know, so much, it's where the spiritual path meets the, you know, the everyday path. The being in this body.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's in my body, it's in relating with men, it's relating with women, it's at work as well, and to kind of not sell myself too much at work either, but like, okay, I'm gonna dare to stop off, I'm gonna feel myself, I'm gonna allow myself to be.
Yeah, this is one thing I've been seeing you throughout the years, and how you were really able to stop and to be in the nothingness and wait for the answers to come, wait for the right moment, the right perception, the right intuition. Whereas we, as men, we fall down in the trap of a very young lifestyle. So do, and that is where we take our own value. We value ourselves on how many to-do things we've done on a day. So if I did my to-do list, I feel good.
Yeah.
But I didn't really bother. Did I feel good in doing it? Was it done with presence and with consciousness, or was it done because I had to get them done?
Yeah.
And this trap of getting things done, I've been such and we all fall into it. And there's so many gurus, they're still teaching this.
Yeah.
So many. And one hand, I understand it, because getting things done, it's a very pleasurable thing for men. It's also very, but it's not integrated. It's not integrated with the nervous system. We burn out and we lose the pleasure. And then when we get into bed, we don't have anything to offer to the woman.
Yeah.
Or to life.
Yeah, we burn out all the masculine energy at work, and we kind of getting higher and higher, and we get more and more up in our head, and we can have problems to sleep when it comes to bed. And then, as you said, it's difficult to be intimate because I'm just in my head. I'm not aware of all of this body. And to be honest, there is, if I'm just living in my head, that's so much limited compared to living with the whole body awareness. And like, if you're living from your heart, they say like it's 5,000 times stronger radiation from you. You have such a bigger impact in the world of what you do when you're coming from that space, instead of I have to do and I have to please and I have to. So to slow down and to practice that, and that's what I really love with men's group and men's circles, is kind of slow down with other men and daring to take off the mask, daring to share how I'm really feeling and how I'm really selling myself, and daring to show really what's going on. And from there it also comes so much joy and happiness and this feeling of being alive, and this feeling of being alive and being in my body. That's why I love doing this, and that's why I want to join you and want to support other men to be in their power and shine of the gifts they have. So there is a treasure in every man waiting to come out and be seen in true beauty. And see the gift of what I saw is like the beauty of seeing the beauty in another man, in a men's circle. It's very valuable, without needing to have this shame of the gay and all that, but it's just the beauty of another man. That's reflect my own beauty. So it's like, and I also can see that I am a beautiful man, and you are a beautiful man, and we're doing this to work together, and we support each other instead of competing and fighting, but we are supporting each other to grow and be real. That's all what I love with men.
Thank you so much. Yeah, this is again very moving for me. And as a general rule, if you're listening to this, we have to find ways to teach the men that having access to the heart or just the space of no mind, we immediately acquire an intelligence which is way bigger than by using the mind. They think that use the mind is the way to acquire knowledge, wisdom, and find the perfect life. But there's so much more energy, wisdom, intelligence by letting go of the mind. And this is a very hard process for a man to much more from a woman. But the times we're living in, this is what they require. They require to let go of our conditioning to some degree, to the fact that I was born here, I am this, I am that, and or to use the tools of the rational thinking, the linear 1 + 1 + 1. Fuck that. It's over. It's done. So, yeah, let's come to a conclusion. Thank you very much. I hope you get a little bit of a sense of what we're talking about and what is the energy that we will be putting in this course. It's about authenticity. It's about integrity. It's about vulnerability. It's about like resetting the nervous system and resetting a bit our own values, and being able to, from this space, help other men to do the job. So if you're interested in this, please share this information. Samakaruna, 20 to 26 of October, Men's Circle Facilitator Training with myself, with Paal, and with another teacher that I will introduce in another video. Thank you very much, and
hope to see you there.
Hope to see you there, yes.